Okay, this is the back of the vehicle. This is a custom-made back end, obviously. There's the back of the TV right there. Power source for the TV. You can get to the lights and whatnot on the bar there. You can see there's seat belts as well. The seat belts are not through to the seats. They can be put through to the seats. By inserting them through there. You're going to have to cut holes for them if you want seat belts. We have 14 seat belts for the back seats, but the UTC, the Utilities and Transportation Commission locally, they classify this as a bus, and it's better to not have seat belts in a bus. I don't know why. It's just like not having seat belts in a school bus, but that's what they wanted, and so that's what we did. But the seat belts are still there. If someone in the future wants to put the seat belts through the seats, it's entirely possible. These are the back tires. They are literally brand new. Got them last week because the old tires got a nail in them. In fact, 2 nails, 1 screw, 1 nail. And so that tire was toast, and it was time for the tires to be changed anyway, so we bought new ones. And here's the front tires, still in pretty good shape. This is the engine. The engine itself has been in here about 10,000 miles. The old one stopped running, and when we took it in, the dealership said, well, it'll be $4,500, and we won't know what it is until we get in there. And here's a stick. And then my mechanic said, well, geez, why don't you just put an old one in there? We found one with only 80,000 miles, and it was installed for just over $3,000, so it was cheaper than even looking in the old one. That's just the way engines work sometimes. Plus, it had a lot fewer miles. So you can see the battery was from, September of 2011, so still in pretty good shape. There's your engine. And I don't know if this is the original emblem or not. This car lists as a Dodge, but on the back it says Mercedes-Benz as well, and it's got the Mercedes grille up front. So Mercedes built these vehicles, and then Dodge sold them for them, but this one I think was pulled into special use pretty quickly, and so still has all the Mercedes tags. This is the interior, passenger seat, driver's seat over there. And this is the backing of the seat. It's just carpeting when they first put it in. This belongs to an old DVD navigation system. This is where the screen was, and it's archaic, so we never use it. It might even still be in here somewhere, but original factory stereo. There's all your dials and gauges and whatnot. And there's another Mercedes emblem on the wheel. So I think this was originally factory Mercedes. There's your airbag. This is the front area, so we seldom had passengers up here. I'll turn around, show you the back area from here. So there it is right there. 7 people can sit in each of these seats. You can see the TV in the back. The unit on the top is a huge air conditioning unit, and I'll show you more when I go in the back. Okay, here's the interior of the vehicle. We had this totally redone about a year and a half ago. It came to us originally done as a limo, but not in great shape, so we just redid the whole thing. This is dual-colored pleather, some kind of leather substitute. You don't want to put real leather in a limo. It doesn't last long. They've got rope lights along the bottom. These change colors as the wheel in the back turns. Those are all on the bottom of the vehicle. The bottom of the seats, and then you can see we've got the bar here. We're serviced for 14, a couple of ice buckets, some changing color fiber optics behind the bar as well, a couple of coolers. We usually keep those filled with waters. That's a sparkling cider in there. Radio unit. This is a DVD player as well. Also comes iPod can connect to that. That's what everybody uses most of the time now. So we buy these little retractable ones from Amazon. They're like $2, and we buy them by the dozen because they disappear. People take them. And then the strings as well go around the side. You can see them underneath the bar here. Looks really cool at night. You can't see much during the day, but I'm taping this so you can see the interior. Service for 14. You can either use the plastic cups. Your standard bar cup fits in the little hole really well. Or you can do what we do. We got some cups from PCC. That's our natural market out here in Seattle. These are made from recycled plastic bags. We're a green company. They fit in there really well. and we're happy with them. Again, the television, the AC unit, the television wired to the DVD player. So whether you're using this as a business or you just want to keep the kids entertained, it's a Vizio, it's HD TV. It also gets Netflix and all that other good stuff. But you of course have to have an internet signal. Most of the time, people have an internet Wi-Fi card, or they can use their phone as a hotspot. You'll figure out how to do it if you got kids. It's worth it. Under here is a lighting system for the ceiling that we got installed. Let's see, I don't have the engine turned on right now, so there's no power to it. I'll try and get some of that later at night. But these are the LEDs above, up above here, and these flash red, green, and blue. You can program them to go in circles or flash to the music, all sorts of stuff, and you can pick the colors. People like playing around with those things. Those are something we had installed. And the new roof goes all the way up to the headliner in the front. Had that all redone, and everything's in pretty good shape. We've kept it in good shape. Oh, so the tinting on the windows. Let's see, there's our other Sprinter in the background there. The tinting on the windows has a couple of scratches in it. It's got some weird stuff that doesn't come off. I don't know if you can see it with the HD, but yeah, if I get really close, you can see there's some little stuff in there that I think had something to do with the original tinting. And I've always thought, well, you know, I'll get that repaired. And can't see any of it on this side. It doesn't really show up. But if you look really closely, you can see a little bit of it here. Anyway, that's been there since the day we got it, and I always thought, well, I'll just get that repaired at some point. But it cost about $1,000 to redo all the window tinting on here. It's all the way around, and nobody has ever commented on it or said anything. I mean, you get into a limo and sometimes there's a little bit of scratch. These are the two scratches right here, and like I said, it came with this when we got it, and the cost of repairing it was prohibitive, and it didn't make a bit of difference to anybody we ever drove in here. Other than that, that's really the only problem I can kind of point out with it. Oh yeah, on the seats, I noticed this little scratch on the seat here the other day. That's the only other thing that I know about, and it's not separating or anything like that, so it's just a scratch. It doesn't go through to the actual leather. And later I'll come back, try and take some shots at night, but for now that should give you a pretty good idea of what the interior looks like.